So they get together, they put out their first album.
Yeah.
Self-titled. Immediately coming out with the bangers.
Yeah. Take It Easy is on that.
Take it easy. I cannot believe that Take It Easy is on their first album.
On their first album. Well, now that I still can't believe it, but it's understandable that it was co-written by Jackson Browne.
Yeah.
That's a little bit understandable because it was originally his song and he couldn't figure out the second verse. Standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
Such a fine sight to see.
And Glenn was like, "Come on, man, it's a girl, my lord, in a flatbird Ford. What are you talking about? You
Slow it
can't
down
find
and take a
lyrics."
look at me.
And then like Jackson's like, "How mercurial." He's like, "Women, rock and roll, and redemption all in the same line." He's like, "Oh my gosh,
this guy's got something.
He's got something."
Yeah, that's so funny. Witchy Woman is on that song as well.
That's another great one.
Great guitar work.
Yeah, somebody wrote that with Don. I want to say it's Don and Bernie that wrote that one.
I believe it was Bernie as well.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just really crazy because, Take It Easy is like one of their most famous songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe it's on their first album. It's like their sound was already so distinctive.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another time to point out that a big part of their sound is all of their voices coming together.
Yeah.
And the harmonies.
Yeah.
The harmonies are really what make these songs pop because,
Yeah.
Take It Easy, I mean, obviously it's great lyrics, they're telling a story, you can really see the story, but it's like, it's an acoustic guitar, it's a pretty basic drum beat, it's nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But when the harmonies come in, it just jumps out at you.
Yeah. It took them like not too long, but a minute to get that sound together because Jackson Browne was already signed with David Geffen, who had started a new record label called Asylum Records way back in the day. And the guys wanted to sign with David too. So they auditioned for him once they got Bernie and Randy, and they were like, "We're going to go to David and try to get a record deal." They got a record deal, and then David was like, "You guys aren't really gelled together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get you together with this British producer named Glenn Johns." I believe that was his name.
Glenn? Yeah, Glenn with the Y, right?
Yeah. Glenn and Glenn weren't really friends in a way.
That rhymes.
Yeah, Glenn is saying that you got Bernie, who's like one of the best mandolin players, got this really great country bluegrass thing going on.
That out. We should have said that also. Yeah, Bernie played like not just the guitar, but also like all the other string instruments, the banjo, the mandolin, like all those instruments on those Eagles. That was him. And he definitely brought a big country influence to them. Not that he was the only one that brought a country influence to him, but he definitely had a lot of that with him.
Oh yeah, you can hear it at the end of Take It Easy when the harmonies come in. Yeah, it sounds great. So he's like, "Yeah, you got Bernie on this end, and then you got Glenn, who clearly wants to do rock and roll." And he's like, they got to figure it out. So they had like one moment when they're about to go on lunch break. Glenn is about to throw his hat in the air and just like forget about them because he just can't figure them out. And then they start singing the harmonies right before lunch break. And Glenn was like, that was one of the most beautiful sounds. Yeah. And that's how they brought it together on that album. But still, there was still becoming like a lot of conflict going. Like they had success off that first album.
Right.
But the Eagles, there was a little bit of conflict there because Bernie liked the bluegrass and the country, but Glenn really wanted it to be a rock band with a bit of country in it.
And that's something that I think is really actually super important to why they sound the way that they do, is having those conflicting influences.
Yeah.
Because, and we'll get into this more later, but we've talked about this. You've said this many times. The Eagles just sound like America. Mm-hmm. And the more that I did research for this, I understand why I think that is. But I'm going to wait a little bit to say why until we introduce some more people.
Okay. Is this because of their like birthplaces and stuff? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll keep that.